Hi and welcome to my channel. A famous painter once advised a fellow artist by saying, if you hear a voice within you saying, I'm not a painter, by all means paint and that voice will be silenced. So in other words, disobey that voice. To the voices that put us down, we want to say, no so fast. Why? Because we know an alternative truth. So when you hear a voice telling you you're not a writer, you're not this and that, you're not a speaker, you're not attractive, you want to pause and try and find the origins of the source. Question their validity. You want to sing until you become a singer. Write until you become a writer. Speak until you become a speaker. Why? Because we are what we repeatedly do. So the first thing I want to say in this broadcast is behind every pain, there is power. You know, God has not given you the spirit of fear or the spirit to be timid. He's given you love, power, and a sound mind. So I know this to be true from my experience. You know, I was hired for this particular job a while back. 15 of us started the same day in the same training class. And I sat next to this particular woman. She had blonde hair, beautiful skin, and a smile to kill for. In one of the training sessions, the trainer asked us to be in groups of 2. So this woman quickly turned to the other side as to indicate, I don't want to partner with you. So I kind of felt it. Talk about catching feelings. So we finished training and we were dispersed to go to different teams in the company. But that pain of rejection that she kept, that kind of treatment that she gave me over and over, never left me. So I'd occasionally meet her and still she avoided me until, watcha, I started putting on my Kenyan gear in my head. The child of God kind of gear. So I was like, okay, she doesn't know where I was born. Where I'm born, we start slow but finish first. I'm telling you, that was my pep talk. So I started thinking of all the greats in my lineage. You know, I have Kipchoge genes in me, but do I say? There you have it. So slowly, I learned the job. And within 4 months, I was the top performing employee in my department. So, and then I never stopped there. I continued to excel and see the favor of God. I went up and up and up. So one morning, I'm checking my emails at work and I get this email from one of the managers from a different team asking me to help someone in her team who was struggling with her job. You know, apparently she had been given a verbal warning, and if she didn't improve her job, she would be terminated. Guess who the person I'm being asked to help was? Yep, you guessed it right. The same woman who was avoiding me. Let me just say the rest is history. That woman who once was avoiding me like a plague hugged me every single day. The same woman. Every day she saw me, she would hug me. I'm telling you, God never puts you to shame. So I'm doing everything I'm doing today largely because of my pain. My pain gives me power. And I thank God for helping me transform my pain. And I'm asking you to do the same. Nothing should stop you from transforming your pain. Behind every pain, there is power to get yourself what you want. So, you know, men are lucky. They are conditioned in society to believe that to be powerful is a good thing. So let me talk to the women that are listening to this. Because we are conditioned to believe that power is unfeminine, is unattractive. Nothing could be farther from the truth. You know, a self-assured woman draws people like a magnet. She's filled with positive energy that people just want to be around her. So that's the kind of power every woman should embrace. Behind every pain, there is power. And it is up to you to use it to your advantage. So let me ask you, what will you do with your pain? What are you going to do with it? The second thing I want to say is, behind every helplessness, there's a choice. So from the time that you wake up in the morning, it's up to you what kind of day you're going to have. Are you going to open the curtains and let the light in? Or are you going to stay in the dark? What will you do? What will your first words be when you wake up? What would you listen to when you wake up first? Behind every helplessness is a choice. Will you reach out for help? Will you allow the words that are spoken over you linger in your head? Words that are not in alignment with who you truly are? You can play it the whole day. Play it like a tape recorder. Hitting rewind, rewind, rewind every minute. That person that left you in the morning with piercing and deeply hurtful words, what are you going to do with those words? They left you with those words. It's up to you. The next day, they're going to do the same thing. A fresh accusation will be made about you. An insult will be thrown at you. What will you do? Your days are turning into weeks, and weeks are turning to months. And before you know it, your joy has slipped out of your life, and you can't even remember the last day that you're happy. Who has control over your day? You know, they say, he who angers you controls you. So some days you just gotta fight for your peace. Fight with yourself. You know, last week, I went to a grocery store to buy a few food items, so I thought. So I didn't take the trolley because I didn't need much, I thought. And before I know it, my handbasket was full. So I left it in one of the aisles to go 3 aisles away to pick up additional items because it was getting heavy. And when I returned, my basket was gone with all my items. So I turned to a store employee and asked her if she had seen my basket. And it turned out that all my items had been returned to the shelves because they believed that the basket had been unattended and they thought maybe somebody had abandoned them. I cannot tell you how that made me feel. It was the end of the day, I was time-strapped, and my energies were depleted. And she didn't seem to care what their actions meant to me. So I took my little frustration with her, just one of those lack of customer service moments I was experiencing. And then I had no choice. I reluctantly started shopping again. But moments into it, I realized, oh my goodness, this kind of energy I'm carrying around, I don't want it. And I immediately talked with myself. I told myself, feel frustrated and leave it here. You can't take this with you beyond the doors of this grocery store. And like that, I switched it off. I went to my car and then I had a little pep talk too. I say, you're not going to call customer experience to complain. This experience ends here. If you let someone else's words marinate in your head, you are in big trouble. Or if you let their words or their actions trouble you, you're in trouble. So every passing moment, you're choosing how you feel. And you can allow yourself to feel miserable, or you can shake it off and live your best life. It's up to you. So behind every helplessness, there's a choice. I want to thank you so much for coming along with me today. I hope this inspires you, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Thank you. Have a wonderful week.